The holidays are a great time to spend with loved ones, but this season can also be very dangerous. The men and women of the Polk County Fire Rescue want to make sure that you are safe this season. Coming up, we'll talk safety tips, a toy drive, and an upcoming annual awards banquet you can catch on the web. All the details are coming up next on Polk Place. Welcome back. I'm your host, Tricia Pichette, and joining me today is Chris Jonkier, who is the Public Information Officer for Polk County Fire Rescue. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you. How's it going?
Oh, pretty well, thanks. Now, okay, let's start. Is it okay to start with holiday safety? Because that's kind of important.
Generally, all the holidays, you have big meals, cooking is involved, so you kind of want to make sure that you are cooking safely. You know, the oven use, you want to make sure small kids and pets stay away from the oven. Hot dishes are on a stable platform. And if you're using a turkey fryer, we have a whole safety video that you can view online, and I'll be posting that this week on our social media as well, on how to do that safely.
Good. Now, it's also important to have a fire extinguisher in your house.
Correct.
How old can a fire extinguisher be before you really need to replace it?
So you want to really have it checked every year, and wherever the expiration date is, every fire extinguisher, when they're checked, they'll update it to when it needs to be renewed.
Oh, okay.
So it get refilled if it needs to get refilled, or there's companies out there that will handle that for you. If you don't want to deal with a company, you just go out and buy a new fire extinguisher, and it should be up to date.
Now, if you're cooking in the kitchen and the fire extinguisher's in the garage, that doesn't help much,
Correct.
does it?
No, it doesn't. And really, you should have a fire extinguisher there year-round, not just for the holidays, but all throughout the year. Grease fires and stuff like that. And speaking of grease fires, you don't want to throw water on those neither. If you're frying something and a fire starts up, you want to use a powder or that fire extinguisher to put it out.
Okay. Now, what are some of the things people should look out for safety-wise around Christmas?
So Christmas, we all know we have Christmas trees, and that involves lights and sometimes people put candles even for Hanukkah and some of the other holidays. We really want to be careful with the electrical factor. We'll start with that. You don't want to put too many plugs into an extension, one of the power surge ports. Mm-hmm. You don't want to overload that. You want to make sure that there's one plug per plug slot, and you want to make sure that when you go to bed, you unplug or turn everything off, especially if you have a Christmas tree. If you celebrate Christmas, make sure that tree, if it's a live tree, make sure it's well watered, and that'll help keeping it from drying out. Because remember, those lights, they do get hot, and they can start a fire like that. And those trees burn pretty quickly, and before you know it, if a fire starts, you're going to be calling us to come out and help you. Yeah.
Now, what about New Year's Eve?
That's always a fun one. We're talking fireworks, and you're also talking, a lot of people like to have the occasional adult beverage. So we want to be careful with that. Make sure you have your DD. Your designated driver if you plan on having some champagne or whatnot for the new year. And if you're playing with fireworks, remember all those safety tips. Better to let the professionals do it, but if you are going to do it, make sure you take those, you stay far away from it. You don't you follow the directions for most of them, and generally after you light it, don't stay in the vicinity. Get out of the way.
Yeah. Now let's go back to Christmas for a minute,
right,
because Christmas is a lot of fun. Now Polk County Fire Rescue has a Toys for Tots program?
We do. Every year we like to what we call stuff the ambulance. So we have an ambulance that we put all the toys in there, and we try to stuff that whole box, the whole back part of the ambulance full with toys, which we donate to the local Toys for Tots program here in Polk County. That culminates every year at our annual awards ceremony, which I think we're going to get into here in a minute. And you can drop these toys off if you want to help us out. at any of your fire stations, and those guys and women, men and women, will do a good job of getting it back to us at logistics, which is who handles all of that.
So how soon does that start? How soon can we start dropping off toys at the fire station?
As soon as you want to.
Yeah.
December 12th is actually the day of the ceremony, so that's probably the last day. We normally go, I believe, the first Friday after that ceremony to drop off the toys. So if you're a little bit late and you drop it off on the 12th, that's okay. They'll make sure they get it to us.
Okay. And who do these toys go to?
I believe they go to all the underprivileged children here in Polk County.
Nice. Okay, well that's a nice thing for the family to do, actually.
Yeah, I'm a new father, and I would use it as a lesson for my daughter.
Yeah.
When she gets of age, that sometimes we have to help out those that are a little bit less fortunate.
Get kids used to giving.
That's right.
Very nice. Now the holiday awards ceremony, what's that about?
So every year we have our holiday awards banquet up at Lake Eva Convention Center in Haines City, and we honor not only our own personnel, but we honor several civilian personnel that have helped throughout the year, and some of those in the BOCC part of the business that also help us out. So when we're talking civilians, we go through hundreds of stories, hundreds of incidents that happen throughout the year, and we kind of pick out the ones where there might have been a civilian out there that was on their game that day and helped us out, and it's probably, in this case, this year, saved a couple of lives. So we're going to honor those people for always being on the lookout and always doing the right thing and helping out when someone else is in the greatest time of need. And then we go into our own department awards, which we have Sworn Member of the Year. We added a new one this year, Rookie of the Year. So kind of, the person that has started working with us within the past year that has gone above and beyond what we expect for a rookie to do. And of course, Sworn Member of the Year is the best overall in the department. But we have several other awards, cadets. We honor cadets. We honor, the chief hands out a couple of awards to the to some of his chosen people that he wants to really recognize that year. So it's a big event. We get a lot of people in there, and now this year, actually last year, we started streaming it live. Oh. So it's not only originally that was intended for all of our personnel who are still on shift, because not everybody gets to take off and come to the awards ceremony. There's still people that are, working. So when they're on their downtime, they can log on to YouTube and see who's getting the awards and help support their brothers and sisters in the fire service. But anyone really can watch this awards ceremony. Some of the award recipients give that link to their families who might be on the other side of the nation, and they can also check in and watch their loved ones cross the stage. Nice.
Well, I mean, you interested me in it. Some of those stories you were talking about, that would be something really neat to hear.
Right, and when we go through those stories and we kind of tell the whole story before the award, so you understand it's not, just, hey, congratulations. You'll get the whole backstory on how this person, in the case of the civilian, how that person was paid attention that day and really made a difference and, saved, like I said, a couple of lives.
Nice. So here we go, back to the takeaways. Mm-hmm. During the holidays, be safe.
Correct. That's the number one thing. If you take one thing from here, that's what I want you to take from here. Be safe, really pay attention. And also, I forgot to mention, you can find I put out a bunch of safety tips, both in English and Spanish, on our social media sites as well. So anybody that wants to go on and get the full list of safety tips of things that they should be doing to help stay safe over the holidays, they can go onto our Facebook page or our Twitter page and find, I post Christmas ones, I post Thanksgiving ones, fireplace safety tips, space heater safety tips, especially now because the weather's getting cold. Yeah. So, go check those things out, print them out. They're on there. You can just print them out and hang them up on your refrigerator so that everybody in your house can follow those safety tips.
Nice. Okay, second point, season of giving.
Correct.
Make some kids happy.
Toys for Tots. Drop off, if you have a new unwrapped toy, you can drop it off at any one of our fire stations, and those men and women will make sure that it gets to our program and help us stuff the ambulance this year.
And finally, look out for some very special stories, and you can watch the Polk County Fire Rescue Awards ceremony.
Correct, and that's going to be December 12th, and it'll be streaming live. It'll start at 6:30, but we're going to record it and post it. So if you can't make it, or you're busy at that point in time, you can go back anytime throughout the year and check it out. You can even look at last year's if you really want to.
That's great. Well, thank you very much
for
joining
anytime.
us today. Great information.
Thanks.
The holidays, being a time of family fun and celebrations, are designed to help people fully enjoy the season. By taking some simple precautionary steps, everyone can enjoy the lights and festivities and yet remain safe while doing so. Whether it's cooking, holiday lights, or just general holiday safety, Polk County Fire Rescue wants you to be safe this season. They also want to invite you to join them in their collection for Toys for Tots. Donate your new unwrapped toys at any Polk County Fire Rescue station or Polk County Fire Rescue headquarters, which is at 2470 Glower Lane in Bartow. Make sure you don't miss the annual Holiday Awards ceremony, Thursday evening, December 12th at 6 p.m., live streaming on Facebook. For more information on anything, give them a call at 863-519-7350 or look them up on the web at www.polk-county.net /fire-rescue.